Oh boy, today's going to be a good one, all right? Essentially, as soon as I woke up and I started to look around my room, I quickly realized that this place is like dirty as fuck. Now, it didn't look like a whole garbage dump or anything. It was just that everything was just so unorganized, all right? It's just that when I would look around my room, there was so many distractions around. All of the school books, the exam papers, they were scattered all around my room. And every time I would try to do something school related, something YouTube related, anything that required me to put in some work was pretty much impossible because of the amount of distractions that were around my room. And I quickly realized just how many people go for this on a daily basis. Like, when I speak to my friends at school and they tell me about how like they keep their clothes all around their room and they're like how dirty everything is, like I can't imagine living under these conditions, honestly. Like, here you are trying to be on self-improvement and trying to achieve all of these different goals you set for yourself, but you haven't even like cleaned your fucking room. This is the most basic level stuff. This is the type of stuff that your mom tell you to do. Like, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. It's just that I'm telling you the truth right now. I'm telling you the truth, and I'll tell you this from experience too. When your room is like optimized for your work, when everything in your room is only supporting your work and not distracting it in any way, it's like you become 10 times more productive. It's all about your surroundings. When your surroundings support your flow state and it's easier for you to focus on your work, the productivity or the output of your work, it's like it doubles, it triples, it fucking quadruples, my friend. So today I thought it would be a great idea to actually show you what my room looks like, so you can get a general idea of like the type of stuff that we entrepreneurs use to like maximize our productivity. So I'm just gonna show you around. Okay, that was funny as fuck, but starting off with my bed. I need to put a lot of emphasis on this. I always make my fucking bed. No excuses. No excuses. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It doesn't matter where I'm going that day. I always make my fucking bed. Oh, and by the way, this is my fat ass cat. If you've been watching this channel for quite some time, you would know that this motherfucker interrupts me in almost every single video. You wanna like meow for the camera? Okay, that was good enough. Moving on to the next part of my room. This is where things actually will start to get a little bit interesting, right? Because this is like I don't know what you call it in English. It's like my night desk, right? Essentially, this is where I keep a lot of like the important stuff. So all of my supplements are here, like my vitamin D, my magnesium, my creatine. I mean, like, not to brag or anything, but I'm into lifting weights, right? So I keep all of my supplements like very close so I can take them every day. I got my smartwatch and everything, got my water, but this is the part that I really wanted to talk about, because this is where you can actually like start to implement shit. This part right here, it's actually going to like change your productivity as a whole, really, if you use this properly. So essentially, we have my notebook, right? This is my notebook, right? Every day I write down the exact tasks I have to do for like the next day. So these are like all the stuff that I have to do today. It's like written half English, like half Polish, because English is like my second language. So I don't think in English, you know what I mean? So it's like I kind of write it in both. It depends on my mood, but like every time I like have some work to do, every time I have something to do for the next day, I'll always write it down here. However, you've probably had this happen to you before, where you started doing like all of these different like fucking habit trackers, all of these self-improvement guys talk about, and you found it hard to get consistent with them, right? I myself went through this as well, right? I found it genuinely hard to remember all of these things from like my habit trackers and stuff. I would forget to even like fill it. I would even forget to fill the habit tracker. So what I do is, I'm pretty sure you know how much we are addicted to our phones, right? I can't really show my phone because I'm using it to record the video, but essentially every day, like, this is my bed. This is where your boy sleeps, right? So essentially every time that I wake up, the first thing that I want to do is reach for my phone, which usually is right over here, but because I'm using the phone to record, I can show it to you. So essentially, what I always do when I go to sleep is I put my phone in this spot over here. By the way, this is the book that I'm reading currently. It's fucking sick. You should read it as well. I put my phone right over here, and I put the same notepad we talked about earlier right over my phone, right? Okay, that was not meant to happen, but I put it right under my phone. So every time that I wake up, and I try to reach for my phone, for me to actually get to the phone, I have to pick up that first. And that way, my friend, that way, I never forget to do the stuff on my habit tracker, because for me to get to the phone, I need to read the habit tracker first, because I put it like the phone under the habit tracker, right? Because I don't have my phone with me because I'm recording, so I can't really show it that well. But essentially, this is like this is the desk, this is my phone, and like that's how I put my habit tracker, right? So underneath it is like, I'll plug the phone to the charger so it like charges overnight, but then when I wake up, for me to actually reach the phone, I have to grab the habit tracker first and read it, you know? It's like, it very helped me to like get consistent with it. Or now that I've gotten a little bit deeper into that topic, like I don't really need that anymore, because like I'm already consistent with it, right? But when I was starting off, that helped me a lot. So essentially, if you struggle with remembering to do your stuff, just like put your habit tracker over your phone, and you'll thank me later, because that shit will actually like skyrocket your productivity. But moving on to the next stuff that I want to talk about today. This is like my jewelry box. Don't worry, I'm not rich. All of this is my dad's. I just want to be like downright honest here. All of these watches are my dad's, and I don't think a single one of them is worth more than like $100 maybe. This is like, they're not expensive like Rolexes or some shit like that. This, on the other hand, this is like one of my favorite pair of shoes, but it has nothing to do with productivity, right? For those wondering, those are Jordan 4 Total Bravos from like 2014, I think, collection edition, right? So maybe I have a little bit of money. But getting to the point, I have my weight scale. Most people keep their weight scale in the kitchen, but honestly, every time I try to like pick up a snack for myself or like to eat something, I just find it more convenient to have it like right over here. So like every time, let's say, okay, I don't have any healthy snacks here, because all the healthy snacks are like the fruits, the vegetables. This stuff's actually in the kitchen, but the stuff that my grandma gives me for like Christmas or like Easter, this is where I keep it, right? So essentially, every time I need to weight something, I put it here. I think it's out of battery right now, but every time I just weight stuff right in my room, so like I don't even have to leave my room to do my work. This isn't to say that I'm some like caveman that I don't go outside, but when I'm in work mode, most of the time I'm not eating anyway, but when I have like these short breaks, like 5-minute breaks during my flow state work, like I will opt for a snack here and there. Of course, I won't eat fucking Skittles, but this is the first thing that I grabbed out of my my shelf, right? So yeah, also we're not gonna look inside of these because this is like personal property, bitch, but I promise you this stuff is clean. But moving on to the next things, I always keep like at least like a few bags of Mentos, so like every time I go outside, you know, I can get I have a fresh breath and all that shit. But one thing you may have noticed, I'm pretty sure most of you haven't, but one thing that a lot of people notice when they walk into my room, there is one pair of shoes, second pair of shoes, third pair of shoes, fourth pair of shoes. Okay, these are Crocs, but this is like a random thing on the side, but I fucking love shoes, right? I have a whole sneaker collection, which I might show in a video. I don't fucking know. I'll put up a picture of it, but essentially I have a lot of different sneakers for different activities, right? This also is not anything like productivity related, but I just wanted to include it in the videos. Like, this is my absolute favorite pair of sneakers. Those are my outdoor sneakers. Those are my basketball sneakers. Those are the sneakers that I wear for boxing, but these sneakers and these sneakers are literally the exact same pair. So moving on to the next part. Yeah, this part is not that, it's not clean, but it's still like organized to a point where I know where everything's at. See, a lot of people think that for your room to be like optimized for productivity, it doesn't need to like look perfect. It doesn't need to look perfect, honestly. Like, a lot of people believe it does, and it definitely helps, right? I mean, as you can clearly see, like all of this looks rather clean, right? However, when you look like inside the shelves of like, there are somewhat organized. You can see like all of these like different papers are here. It's like, it doesn't look perfect, but it's still like organized to a level in which I know where everything's at. It doesn't have to look perfect. It has to be good enough to a point where you know everything's at. As long as it's helping you with your productivity, then it's like, it can literally look fucking ugly. As long as you're not living dirty and, you know, you actually like take care of your hygiene and stuff, and the room is actually like clean, it doesn't have to look perfect, honestly. But moving on to like this part over here, this is where I keep my weights. Honestly, I don't use them. I don't use them because like not only do I fuck wait, we're gonna move on to the shelf. Not only do I train outdoors with like my gym rings and stuff, I also have a gym subscription. So I don't really use dumbbells at home. I used to have a pull-up bar, but funny enough, like the pull-up bar literally like fell off. Wait, I actually have it over here. One time I was doing a workout at home, and okay, imagine this scenario, right? Imagine you're doing, okay, fucking camera, can you focus? Dear camera, okay, there we go. Imagine this scenario, right? Imagine you're doing pull-ups in your room, and suddenly, like on the last few sets, the fucking pull-up bar falls off, and and you literally like fall on your ass, and you're like almost injured. Well, this happened to me before, so this is why I stopped doing home workouts in general. I had some shitty fucking equipment. Okay, but don't mind me what this stuff is, because I myself don't know. This is the part of the room where I use nothing from. But moving on to the next part, this is where like this is my fucking cat tree. This is where my cat does fucking this. This is where my cat scratches his shit. But okay, don't shit on me for using plastic bottles, because like everybody internet nowadays will tell you, don't drink from plastic bottles because estrogen or plastic like shit like that. Yeah, you shouldn't drink from plastic bottles, but I'm a 16-year-old kid. If I were to start saying shit like this to my parents, do you think they would genuinely believe? Okay, maybe once I get up to like, I don't fucking know, a couple hundred subscribers, and the stuff that I say will actually seem credible to them. Because right now, you know, they kind of don't find my channel credible. It's like, what, 200 subscribers? One tip for like entrepreneurs or like beginner YouTubers is like, this has nothing to do with productivity, but I just really wanted to throw this advice like younger self-improvement channels. Your parents don't see the difference between you sitting in your room recording a video and you sitting in your room and like playing Fortnite. They don't see the difference. In their minds, like for most parents, of course, right? For most parents, their idea is just, okay, kid on computer. So like, until you're actually gonna make big money with this, then it's like their perception of your activity, it's not going to change unless you're like actually doing some hard fucking work. So you kind of have to accept that. Oh shit. You wanna go outside? You wanna go outside? Fine. I thought you was gonna meow for the camera, bitch. But yeah, this kind of sums up my room, right? Okay, I forgot to show like my PC setup. This is like my main source of lighting, but this is like the fill light, right? This is the fill light. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Like, this is what I look like without the fill light. Without like the light from my monitor. So on my monitor, I literally just have an image from Microsoft Paint, or if it's just like literally just a white painting from like Microsoft Paint, and it does a good job at filling the lighting. But when it comes down to like my desk, well, this is where all the work is done, right? I place my tripod here, right over there. I start talking in front of the camera, all that stuff. But every time I do like a longer video, like I keep my notes, like I keep the same notebook like right over here. So like you can't see it. This is the funny part, you can't see it. But when the tripod's standing over here and the notes are down there, you can't actually see the fact that I'm using notes. This is a little cheeky trick that I use. Pretty much, yeah. This is where my shelves are at. I already showed this one, but like, yeah, as you can see, like, it's not perfect, you know. It's not perfect. You can see like it's not like perfectly ordered, but I know what's inside here, so it doesn't have to be like perfectly kept. As I said, as long as it's clean and it's not fucking dirty, anything, it's like it doesn't have to look perfect. It already looks surprisingly good, to be honest. But then like, okay, the shelf down below is like, this is where I got my my school books, you know, my notebooks, all that type of shit. And honestly, like, this sums up the video. This sums up my room, really. This is my TV, this is all that stuff. I have like my fucking Nintendo Switch I haven't been using for the past like 3 to 4 years. So yeah, this is to conclude this whole review of my room. One of the best things you can do for your productivity, there are dozens of things you can do for your productivity, right? I've showed you the notebook trick. I've shown you like my calorie fucking weight scale. I showed you my supplements. I've shown you my weights. I've shown you my desk. You can copy, like, you can nibble onto some of the things that I did, so you can like kind of copy it. But essentially, yeah, this sums up the video. If you want to talk to me directly and you want to hang around an amazing community where we do voice calls like very often. If you have any issues on your self-improvement journey, brother, hop in the Discord server and we will do wonders for you, all right? But yeah, enough of me like plugging my shit into your into your face. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff if you want to. If not, then get the fuck out. All right, I'll see you in the next one.